everyone.
Hello. Oh, let me adjust this. So you are being completely. Yep. All good.
We almost literally spilled the tea again. Welcome to Sunday Tea with Alona.
Hi guys, and Aleece.
Hello.
Welcome. Oh,
As we wait for people to arrive.
yes.
Let's see. So how was your week? I know a little bit about it.
Yes. I got to share with Aleece the last 7 days of what's been happening here. So, and maybe I'll share a little bit also down the road with you guys.
And then today's topic, we have why small rituals create big confidence. Ooh. I gotta keep on track with people who join, so.
So, it seems to be like a easy subject, right? We are all familiar with rituals, we are familiar with routines, with habits, but behind the what seems to be an easy subject hides actually a really good information.
Yeah, the essence of it all is more deep and more meaningful in retrospect of everything. So.
Yes. At the same time, before we dive into that, what
Yes.
I would like to do is, because we gave a little task to our audience.
Yes, we did. And we want to know how you did. So, if you all remember last week, I challenged you. It was off the cup to challenge you to actually take initiative and the night before set out your outfit for the next day. So that would become a routine for you. And so we want to know, did anyone set out their outfit the night before?
And if so, how was it? Was it easy? Was it hard? Challenging?
Or, I mean, to me...
Or enjoyable?
Yeah, enjoyable.
Was it actually enjoyable? And how was it actually the next morning? Were you able to follow through with it? Because like we talked before, you can choose something the night before, and then the morning comes, and all of a sudden, in a blink of an eye, something just
completely changed.
Yes.
I can tell you from my experience, because I like to pick out things the night before, but my lifestyle, which we still are going to go further into when we share about our lives. I will sometimes pick out my clothes the night before, but then I have clients and then I have to switch things up. And so in the morning I'm like, crap, this isn't going to work. I've got to choose this, and then I'm going to pack a whole slew of things. So for me, it does set some ease. It sets my standards for the day of like what I'm prepared to do, but also I've got to be flexible and malleable to, change things up.
Well, and on my end, so something that I did share with Aleece a little bit earlier, my husband and I, we bought a house that we moved into.
Amazing!
Thank you. And it's a really great house, but it's a very old one. Has a lot of potential that comes with a lot of work. So right now, me choosing outfits the night before is actually what's happening compared to before, where I would walk in the closet 5 minutes before I leave the house and I just see what comes to me, right? what looks at me, and I just grab it, whether it's dressy or casual, it doesn't matter. Whatever looks at me and I like it, I grab it, I put it on, I go. Now I have to actually choose the night before and analyze how my day is gonna look like and what am I gonna wear based on the changes in my life. So it's been interesting.
Do you feel like it's helped you?
In current situation, definitely. I do not. With my spontaneous character, things would have not worked the same.
Yeah.
You would have seen a half-naked woman walk in the streets of Petoskey.
I guess that's one way to get advertising with Picado.
Who said any publicity is good publicity?
Exactly.
Well, it's still not too late. We're still not in the position we're
I I mean, also, I was gonna say with Northern Michigan weather, right? Our summer has not officially locked in, essentially. So our weather is changing from that 4-season glory. I feel like where it could be raining one day, chilly, almost freezing one night, and then also like just really hot sunshine the next. So that's.
Or even being very warm when the wind comes down, and then wind picks up and it's just freezing cold. So we are layering, as you can see. So
a little bit more cozy,
right? Aleece's desire to wear a tiger half-naked dress did not work today.
No.
You'll see it.
You'll see it. Yeah, I see it
in one of the next episodes.
It's a really beautiful dress, but it's actually from Mikado, so. Getting on topic, since we've got our viewers on. So hello, thank you for joining us today with our topic of why small rituals create big confidence. Let's break it down. So ritual versus habit. Do you want to take that?
Sure.
Okay.
So we guys all familiar, right? The difference between ritual and habit. We start actually with rituals where our actions are intentional. There's meaning behind it. And after a while, once they are repeated one after another and another, it becomes a habit. Habit turns it into an autopilot state where you don't think about it. A good example, everyday example, would be just brushing your teeth. You can think of a million things in your head in just those 3 minutes, well, depending who brushes.
I know. I was
60
like,
seconds.
luckily I have a toothbrush actually that does the 1.5 minutes on each, so then it alters. So it is 3 minutes. So I love that you said that. I was like, how did you know? I brushed my teeth for 3 minutes.
I'm a Ukrainian spy.
I won't say anything.
So it's those acts or things that we do that we don't have to think about.
Yes.
And so a lot of times when we have repeated something for a number of times, we get into that autopilot state of mind.
And to me, it saves your mental capacity, right?
Correct.
Because then you're just not having to think about it. It's just, here we go, we're riding the wave of every day.
Yeah, and that's great. That's why we are designed to have it. But at the same time, if we want to change our results, because on autopilot, you get into the state of mind where you repeat the same pattern. In order to change that, you have to, I don't want to say force, but sometimes even you have to literally force new ideas onto yourself. You have to challenge yourself, yes. And so at that point, that's where your ritual starts. Something totally new, something you have not tried before, or you have tried it, did not finish, went back into the autopilot, and now you are restarting it again. So with that in mind, rituals are really good in case if you want to break the habit. They are great in case if you want to change something that either you are happy or not happy.
Yeah, not happy that you want to change it, yes.
Something you're not happy about, or like we've talked in the last episode about, what did we talk?
You asked me that last time and I was like, I swear these half an hours go by so fast and yet we cover so much. So I'm like, finding the ritual of choosing our future self, right?
Cool.
So dressing
Correct.
for our future self. So at that point,
Yes.
our ritual would have to be choosing that lovely outfit that's going to be showcasing who we want to be.
Yes.
To then ending up being that future self as a habit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, I thought I had that right.
Yes, that's
we have too much fun together.
too much never too much.
But I do love the fact that I have rituals, and upon that, I love being present, right? That presence of having what you're doing. You know, you're taking that control, that feedback in the brain, right? That mental spaces. You're taking control. You're trusting yourself, essentially, because you're saying, I feel confident that this is going to be my future self, so I trust that so wholeheartedly that at that point, that ritual, you're being present, but in the end, it comes out and reflects who we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the with that in mind, right, or with that information.
Yeah, you're right.
When we talk about fashion, right, since this is a fashion talk show, right, circling back to fashion itself, to style, and how we can implement those little things in our life. That's where a bright lipstick, for instance, that's where a pop of color, a pattern, something unusual, something from your future self that you want to be.
Yeah. Whatever. Being a little uneasy because you don't want, you're like, is this what I really want to do? Is this really me?
Yes.
You kind of have that self-doubt, bringing that confidence in.
So those are the types of things that you can implement as a part of your ritual. Yes, not going to be easy, especially if you simply go for black and white, your very basic colors, and you all of a sudden want to try something bright, something unusual. It's going to be very challenging. And for some people, bright colors are actually comfortable to be worn. People are not afraid of being seen, being noticed.
I'm just thinking of Brian when she brought up before her lovely husband. He loves color. Well, maybe in the future episodes we'll introduce the significant others. He's confident in that color range, and that's amazing. So when you do know who you are and you're confident about that, it's very easy to go into that space, but also you need to know that space. So
correct.
What would be a step in that direction? I always like to ask you that challenge.
And that's where these rituals, that's where we want to start implementing them. Once you know who you want to be, you have that idea about yourself in the future, and you want to take the step towards it, this is the great moment to start implementing. You don't want to dive in full force because you're gonna get an instant, it's like a, rejection is not the right word, but like a force that will stop you. And usually it's our own self, the self-doubt, the whatever else that's inside of us reflects in the either people around us or in circumstances or whatever else that's gonna prevent you from doing it. So you want to actually take those rituals as a first step to kind of ease into the
little test
challenge. Into the that future self in a sense.
Yeah, and I feel that with that it could be overwhelming. That's kind of saying it could be overwhelming in that kind of feedback from either the other people or
correct, because anytime when we make a big change, right, our bodies, generally humans are very that we enjoy comfort. Our body likes comfort. If you are used to certain things, that's your state of well-being. Shifting things right away without mentally being prepared of it will give you like a kickback. And so instead of moving forward, you're gonna step back.
It's like that saying of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Correct. Yeah. Yes. So in order to prevent that, you just want to start taking a couple steps one at a time and just start enjoying the differences. what I actually like doing are things that nobody else is gonna notice to start with but myself.
That's clever.
So that way you're not gonna get that feedback from other people to start
Such a
with.
drastic.
Correct.
Okay.
You're gonna start feeling internally the change first. And that's what's gonna boost your confidence.
Kind of like going to the gym once a week instead of 5 times a week.
Getting a massage.
Yes.
Getting things that's gonna make you feel good. One of actually things that I started with and changed my perspective and also my state of being is going for. Do you have any idea?
No, I don't. I thought I could read your mind. Usually I do, but not now.
So that's what people say. I have nowhere to wear this.
Okay.
Lingerie.
Oh.
A lot of times people will prefer something casual, something comfy, something that's just everyday type.
Yeah.
But if you go for something sexy,
and then it's underneath, no one knows, but
no
you
one,
do.
Exactly.
Oh, saucy. I love
If
that.
you have found a piece that you really like,
You're like, ooh.
yeah.
And I
you
feel like
put
a woman, and I am.
Yes, you put it on, you go outside, nobody notices. But the energy,
That's totally true too, because you know.
Correct. Because we communicate on other levels besides verbal, right?
Yes.
And so because of that, your words mean nothing. You already exude
That confidence.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it comes from inside. If you speak it without the inner confidence, it's nothing, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't give you, the words don't translate the same, but you can avoid saying things, verbally expressing yourself. But if you feel confidence, it will speak for itself. And that's the trick that I learned years ago, and I loved it.
I love that
It really
trick.
shifted.
And it makes sense because it's like, well, when I go out with my husband to dinner, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to put on the thing. I'm not going to say what the thing is. Underneath, right, the lingerie. And the whole night, we both know that that's what's underneath, but no one else does. So it's like, it just elevates the date a little bit more where you're taking that time and you're like, oh, you're wearing it. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, things like that you are the only one who knows about it.
Love it.
And nobody else picks up on it is what I usually would suggest to start with. Afterwards, then you can take the next step and you can actually explore pieces that will be visible or actions, whatever that might be, that will be noticed by other people.
Love
and
that.
then you're going to get that reaction back. You're going to process it. And most likely you're going to enjoy it because you've already built up a little pedestal to step on. And now you are moving even forward, right? The ladder to climb. So you've already made a few steps and you're already not so, I don't want to say weak, but you are not hesitant to receive the feedback from other people. So more stronger, more confident, able to receive the reaction and process it, decide whether it applies to you or doesn't apply to you. But often when we do these things, you actually start seeing how the environment as a whole changes towards you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about like the rituals that I've kind of implemented in my life over time that have now become just a habit that have completely changed my life. Like little share, I'm a doula. Wasn't planning on sharing this, but anyway, I'm a doula, and so in that, for being on call for my clients, I decided, I'm going to be sober. So I wanted to make sure that everything is good. So I told my clients I'm going to be sober, and so they didn't have any worry about anything. And in that time, I felt so good. Like my energy was high. I slept better. I was like, wow, I feel incredible. It's not like I ever exceeded, over drink, but I love my glass of wine with dinner, steak, just the, a good Manhattan. My gosh, my husband makes a great Manhattan. And I just stopped all of that. And then when I realized that those benefits, it became just a habit, because I was like, I feel so good. Why would I do anything else? So I've been sober for, it's going to be a year and a half. It's going to be 2 years.
Seriously?
I know. Time just went by fast, really, really fast. So, I've loved it. So that ritual that turned for my clients, essentially,
Yes.
for me, was huge. And in general, it's kind of rippled into my life on, schedule, waking up, etc. So, I still love to go out with friends or cocktails, mocktails, but
Right.
Yeah. So I know we're coming up towards the end already, but we still got a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So what would be your ritual, like if they were going to implement anything? Do you have a suggestion on with the fashion sense, how they could implement it besides the lingerie, which I love, right? But not everyone's into lingerie or would want to, or it would fit into their, I guess, style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a suggestion for them in that realm of ritual?
I would say, depending what your reflect on who you are, what you want to be, and use that difference between where you are now and where you want to be. Use that as a decision. What is this going to look like for you? Just because we are all so different, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I typically would suggest for somebody who want to do this to break the comfort zone, I would just simply suggest put the brightest outfit. This is gonna simply just knock you down
Break you open. Yeah.
Correct. But it's gonna be the most powerful and most
impactful.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, an impactful way to break the habit of holding whatever that's holding you back.
Love that.
Usually people are afraid of colors, and because you are afraid, it's best to, how they say, whatever you're afraid of is where you need to go.
Oh, yes.
That's it. So
Okay.
figure out what is it that you are afraid of in the essence of fashion and go there. Like some people are afraid to be sexy,
Oh, so many.
Yes, afraid to show their
More sensual side and
correct.
Yep.
Yes.
And it can be in both in the masculine and the feminine.
Correct.
I mean, all both sides, all sides.
Yes.
So many sides.
316.
I know. Turn that ass around.
So yeah, that's just ask yourself, what are you afraid of? What makes you uncomfortable? And go there.
And that's really hard to also reflect on.
So the funny story, you actually want to know something funny about me?
Yes, we do.
It's not fashion related, but it's one of the things that I did. So when I moved to Petoskey, I came in 2009. And then,
oh my gosh,
I
feel
know.
like I've known you for a long time, but also in my mind it hasn't been that long.
Correct.
I love that. That's fantastic.
But I got to the point where I wanted to break some barriers around like 2000, oh gosh, maybe 13, around that
12.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12,
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
So I used one of the suggestions that was in a class that I took at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I put a banana on a leash, drew ears, basically created a dog.
Oh, okay.
And I walked banana out on the street of Petoskey.
Wait, so then it's banana. I'm thinking it's heavy, right? So then did you just drag it?
Yeah, I just dragged banana as if it was my dog. And I walked downtown.
I love this so much. How did I not see this happen?
It was the funniest thing. At the same time, it was the most horrific because inside I was burning.
Yeah.
The fear of judgment, the fear of...
Because you think that people would be like, let's call this psych ward. She's walking a banana.
and the next thing that I did,
Mm-hmm.
I dressed as a, how do you call? Basically, Middle Eastern woman.
Mm-hmm.
I created an outfit that I had basically kind of like just barely my face showing,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a roll of toilet paper on me, and I was selling in the park. I was selling toilet paper at 50 cents.
50 cents a piece. Okay, question is, did you make money? Did people buy it?
No, but that was a good way for me to learn how to make actually money selling clothes.
Toilet paper, everyone needs to wipe their bum. I love that. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, that is, I mean, when we talk about fear inducing, right? That is the drive force of most people, whether it's making us feel like incapable.
Yeah.
And also, I love that it's on those points, it actually made you capable of everything.
Yes, it wasn't necessarily fashion related, but I just found a way that would get me to where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So, using the tips that I have shared before and my experience, feel free to go out there with an apple, with banana,
Walk your fruit.
whatever you're gonna find in your refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. Yes, so let's make that a thing then. Let's make that as a reflection for people. Let's another challenge. So if you have something that you'd like to do, walking your fruit, it's gonna be a weird hashtag now.
The inside joke.
The inside joke. So hopefully you all have stayed in tune to watch us talk about walking fruit. Hashtag us Sunday tea with Alona and Aleece, and let us see what you're doing.
Yes.
In your ritual. What are you doing to make it a habit?
Would love to see you changing the life. Would love to see the implementation that's going to take you to the next level. So yes, please do tag us. Let us see what your life looks like.
I love that you gave those two shares because this is going to be great with whoever tags us.
This is not a contest.
yeah, it's not a contest.
Don't push your limits, but if you're comfortable going there,
stay within the legal realm.
Yes. And then join us for the next time.
Yeah.
Join us for what do we have? Building a wardrobe that works for you and not against you. Great topic.
Yeah, that is a great topic. Do you have any other shares that you'd like to... Any other walking fruit stories to wrap us up?
No, but I do, but I would like to actually hear from the audience.
Okay,
and see what...
Let's see who
what their shares might be.
Tuned in. Okay. Lovely. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to wave. So, shout out to WPSC, Callie Marie Stiles. Thank you for joining us again. Caitlin. It looks like John. I can't read all the names, but thank you for tuning in with us today. There's no comments, but we would love to hear from you and any feedback about what you want to hear about next week with building a wardrobe that works for you, not against you. I feel like we're coming up into the episodes where we'll be doing more trials in fashion. Is that what I'm...
You're sensing?
I'm sensing with the play of titles. So look for us to be more creative, and then also we would love to have any suggestions from you, and also we want to see what your rituals look like. So tag us at Sunday Tea with Alona and Aleece.
And we'll see you next time, guys.